I am pondering it because my.
Yo, we're recording. You're gonna make that purchase right now?
I'm not actually no
On
because
record?
I didn't want in future Sam to like when he's out of this like oh no this is where tragedy struck. Speaking of tragedy striking,
What's this tragedy?
fucking
Smile cookies?
Smile cookies. Yes.
Oh man,
Yeah.
smile cookies on
too.
election night. You should have got some. Yo, the smile cookies are one shade away from being a very racist looking cookie. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, and like, shouldn't you just put like smiles on like any
Smile's
cookie?
very pink.
Like, could you
Just
put it,
saying.
why don't they put smiles on any cookie? Like every single cookie has like a smile on it instead of
true.
just one kind of cookie.
Yeah, it's dumb.
And I'm not even playing the whole like include everybody like
Yeah,
fucking thing. Like literally just a chocolate cookie with a smiley face on
I
it.
know, and like, I don't understand too. Like, why are people like, I'm doing good. It's like, no, you bought a cookie. You bought yourself a cookie, and you get to feel like, not as fat today.
$1 plus tax goes to over 500 charity, like
Wow.
local charities and
Wow.
organizations. So are you spreading $1 between 500 or more places?
Yep.
Like how's like or like people get more of that $1 than other people? Like
No, I'm sure they divide the total cost to 500 or whatever. But,
yeah.
but like, I don't know. I just don't. It seems like it's just a cop out. Like, why not just donate $1, $2? Why do you need a cookie?
Or why not have those cookies all the time?
Why do you need a cookie? Yeah, that too. That's my point. So, like, obviously, it's some kind of tax write-off for Tim Hortons. They probably
Yeah.
get to write off like a certain amount of like their ingredients or some shit.
Well, that and just like anything like charitable, when you donate it, for taxes, you can write that off and get it back.
Right. Oh yeah, like so that's what they're doing. They're taking your dollar, giving you. You don't get a tax receipt, right? You just get.
I'm sure if like you kept like your receipt of the transaction.
Don't think it would count. Because it count. I don't know. I don't think so. Because I bet you Tim Hortons claims it as a tax because they're the ones actually donating the money in their name. You know what I mean?
Fair enough, yeah. So, greasy Tim Hortons.
Yeah,
man.
so it's like they take your money and
Well, that's when
donate
you-
it on their behalf.
That's when you hear like other celebrities and shit. Like, oh, this person donated like $5 million to this charity.
Yeah.
They're getting the most of that back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm
They
never
probably got paid to go there in the first place.
Any of the I don't fall for like the Bell Let's Talk shit. So like the smile cookie, it's the same thing. Like it's just a way for them to attach themselves to the stupid thing. Well, it's not a stupid thing, but you know what I mean. It's just a way for them to leverage themselves on this kind of shit.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're really for the cause, why wouldn't you be down for it all the time?
Why wouldn't you just be like? That's what I mean. You need to get a cookie in return to justify you donating or whatever. I can understand like if you just happen to be there, like one of those things where it's like, oh, do you want to donate, whatever.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do that. I've heard that you kind of shouldn't for the most part, but
I know, because we had that
the
going
smile
on.
cookies, they get away with saying your whole dollar or whatever it is.
Plus tax
Yeah.
in brackets.
Yeah. Why is that even in brackets?
'Cause
Why not
they-
just put like your whole whatever?
Or you
your
just play,
whole
like, put an asterisk
cost.
at it, and at the bottom just put like plus tax.
Tax included.
Yeah, there you go. Tax included.
Tax
like
included.
$1 and how much tax would be?
Plus tax. They just want to let you know. Like, and your 13 cents.
We're taking your money and your 13 cents
13
tax
cents.
and writing that off later and getting it back. So you're giving us more money than you should
and
actually.
that's what it comes down to is like everyone's so pissed off with these big corporations. Like, this is how they avoid paying tax. This is how, like, I don't know. You could get into the whole thing of,
tax
like
the rich.
why universal basic income wouldn't even work too, because it's all about like they would just figure out ways to still not pay tax. You know, like it's just they would stay under the thresholds, do whatever. Like
yeah,
they would still figure out ways.
offload that money somewhere, then get it back, and that's why a lot of people like invest in like real estate and like property because you just get that back essentially.
Yeah.
It grows interest and shit. But speaking
Yeah,
of
fuck
growing,
the smile cookie.
speaking of growing and no interest,
Okay.
our election just happened,
Oh.
and I kind of had no interest in it
and you know
whatsoever.
what, dude? I feel this is I feel weird about this election too. Like it was one I've always voted every time.
Yeah,
Never not voted. Once I forgot, ran out of time. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, whatever.
yeah. I've never voted.
Sam's never
I know
voted.
I'm very unpatriotic of me.
You know what? Until this year, this was the first year where like I fully understand why people wouldn't vote. because like this one feels weird, especially.
Yeah.
Like, this one feels like no matter who we're gonna vote for, it's just gonna be a disaster.
Well, and just the reasons people give you for why you should vote most of the time are never that great.
And they're so biased.
Like, oh, if you can't vote, that means you shouldn't complain in the next 4 years. It's like,
no, still complain.
You're gonna complain about it.
Yeah.
You did it.
That was my whole point too. Is like I'm gonna look back at this in a year from now. I'm gonna be like, whoever I voted for, I'm gonna be like, yo, fuck that guy. Like for real.
Right? Or they're gonna get fucking canceled, or gonna get out of office, or like
who the fuck? Yeah.
Everybody's taxes are going up either way.
And like why can't the next person just be like, early election all over again?
Yep.
You know, like
election 20 and end of 22.
Like who the
Let's
fuck
go.
knows?
Man, it's all a crapshoot.
It really is, I think.
And like, it's another thing just to like divide people and stuff.
Like there's been.
I just feel like it's such a flawed system that some people buy into. Think it's almost back to the smile cookie thing. It's a flawed system that like people feel like they're doing stuff, but it's really.
Yeah, it's
most parties have their own agendas and behind the scenes, and like there are people funding them and shit. Like,
this is what I don't understand with people's like when elections are coming up, people post the most irrational shit online. Like, just saying, if you're voting for this party or this party, you're basically a fucking idiot. It's just like, how the fuck can you say that? Because like, if half of the people voted for him is literally half the country idiots, and like, are you literally gonna say that to them? Like, say that in front of half the country's faces. You know what I mean? Like, see what happens. So people are so fucking stupid right now. Like, I'm not going to say it so bluntly. Like, they're so fucking stupid.
I mean, you can't fix stupid either. I mean,
not really. I mean,
and again, back to it being just like a flawed system. I just don't. It all just doesn't make sense. Like, it worked back in like fucking the 1800s and like old times when there was like a smaller group of people to be controlled. But now it's just like,
and not as educated.
Sure, some humans
and
need
not
to
as much
be led, and you need
information.
some sort of figure or figures to represent your country in political fashion, whatever the fuck it is. But like
they used to have like one paper, probably, right?
Yeah,
that had like all the info on it.
Yeah, and now it's like everything. Like no matter what happens throughout society,
they just had like a rock.
Most governments are usually gonna bend to change like all the different like laws and
Can
shit.
you
now,
imagine
right?
that?
What?
Like OG, like they just had a rock with everything they knew on it.
Fucking 10 Commandments.
It was just one rock. It's like, look, like,
yeah, you don't, man. There's
Like,
only
this is what I
10.
got.
There's like 10 of these fucking things. You can't remember any of them. Goddamn piece of shit.
Like, no, not even that. It's just like when people figured stuff out, they just like put it on this rock. So it's like,
or a piece
fire.
of paper now.
Look, the rock says fire. That would have been fun. Trying to figure that out. Trying to decipher that.
But yeah, all a crapshoot. I didn't vote. Fucking shoot me.
This
I don't
is the
care.
first time I didn't vote either.
So,
I did not want, and I swear to God, like I thought about this for a while. Too much, probably. Longer than I should have.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it came back to me being like, yo, I want to vote for the person. I want to go into voting. I don't need people to tell me to vote. If you told anyone to vote, you're a dick. Straight up. We'll get into that maybe, but
Go vote.
yeah, go vote. I don't know. I really feel like if you're going to vote, you should be going into there going, I think this person is going to actually do something.
Yeah.
And
Well,
even this whole election, I feel like people have been saying,
I want to put the lesser of the evils.
yeah, exactly.
It's still, like, you're still saying it's wrong, but you're still doing it.
Yeah, you're admitting that it's wrong. 100%. You're absolutely right.
Like,
Absolutely
There's
right.
some people who are, yes, like, I'm voting this part because I think this. Great, you pay attention to politics.
And I'm
all
not,
power to you.
I'm not even saying too
Politics
that
is
like
just
you're not
yelling
allowed
at each
to
other.
think like that.
You're saying you're better than each other.
It really is. It's gross. And they only have each of them have like 2 points that they just like go off of, and they ignore everything else. It's like climate change vaccines. No climate change vaccine. Like I don't know what even the fuck other people are saying.
Yeah, we're gonna fix the housing prices. We're gonna fix this for like First Nations and stuff like that. Like there's always a few points
It's
that kind of get
just sound
swayed.
bites. You know what I mean? Like it's just sound bites.
Like I said, they still have their own agendas. They're still gonna change like taxes and shit like that.
They really abuse language too. That's what I've been doing in my stories, my Instagram stories, is try to like show people like how the most basic of language is just being abused. you know, and people don't even understand what they are saying and the lines that they're blurring and crossing, you know, and think that it's cool because they literally don't, they forgot how language works. And maybe
and how
they
some
never
things
did.
are just so fabricated. They come out a certain way. Like
Yeah. Like the boomer generation right now, like they see headlines and articles and stuff, and it's like, it's the way it is. They're glued to that. They are just glued to it because that's how they got information their whole lives, was from the news. They didn't have
news and
access
other
to
people.
information.
Like just talking and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
We're now I feel like our younger generation is just trying to
We have
find
so
every
much
angle
more
on
access
it
and so much more speed.
Yeah.
So
that's where I feel like the whole voting voting for people in a certain party process is so primitive. Like I feel like there's a better way to do this.
yeah,
There's just too much shit you got, and I'm sure some of it isn't even the people in it, because some people are good people. They're just caught in a shitty system.
definitely.
I'm sure there is good people. I'm not bashing everything about politics.
No. You're absolutely.
I just
right.
find it's just a weird, flawed system that you looked at differently if you don't support it. And
yeah.
I'm not saying I don't support it either. Like obviously laws, I pay taxes and shit. I'd follow the laws that the government makes for me and shit. But it's just how it's all going about. It can be much done differently.
It's really hard to feel good about this election again. It all feels gross. It feels like it's just been people attacking each other. I don't think we've ever seen political leaders literally be like, you guys should hate each other.
No.
Like a lot of them have been literally being like,
oh, we can do this for Canada together. Like
it's not even that. It's like
together accept people who's part of
the
that
leaders
party.
just usually bash each other. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck that guy, fuck that guy, fuck that guy. But really now what they're saying is their supporters. Fuck their supporters. You know? Fuck them and their supporters. Which is different. It's very different.
Yeah, well that's why I feel like I've been noticing a lot more people post like NDP. Like again, you support what the fuck you want, but I feel like that guy's targeting people our age and a bit younger. Because I feel like sometimes liberals and conservatives are still targeting the older
that guy
generation.
Tries so hard.
I know he tries so hard.
He makes trendy social media videos.
Oh, and TikToks and shit like that. I mean,
Says,
sure, he's hip
up,
with
guys?
everybody.
Yeah,
but
he's
that's
the
a
worst.
fucking cop out.
Oh yeah, what a con artist.
What a fucking cock.
He's a fucking cock, bro. Oh man.
But again, liberal and conservative guys aren't much better. Last guy's name's
They're
O'Toole.
cocks too, bro.
Remember somebody O'Toole, other fucking prime minister?
Yeah, he's from Bowmanville. I found that out 2 days ago.
Yeah, right. My store manager's from Bowmanville. He's saying everywhere is just O'Toole signs. It's like I guess we're conservative here.
Yeah,
very conservative.
Well,
place.
he's from there too. It's like
it's
like us supporting Justin. If Justin Williams, or a hockey player, ran for,
or as mom ran for mayor years ago.
She did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did she win?
No.
Oh,
No.
Sorry. Dang.
No. Shout out to Bridget though.
Yeah, sure. Do you have to bleep a name now?
No, I didn't say last name or anything.
Okay. Be rich.
Yeah, be rich. Yeah.
Yeah, so fucking if Justin Williams ran, he'd win because people are like, I know him. Because that's what that proves.
Right? Yeah. So some people probably don't even follow any conservative stuff. They're like, oh, that's our guy. Okay, vote for him.
Exactly. The more famous you get, the more easier it is to win a smaller population over. For sure.
Yeah. Again, popularity contests. It's not he could be
can you imagine being a person that puts a sign on their lawn, Sam? Oh my God.
Why signs aren't gonna change a goddamn
thing. You know when you
thing.
jerk off and you feel bad afterwards?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say that actually happens all the time to me.
Not every
definitely
time.
Does not. But
Not
I mean,
every time. But there's sometimes where that wasn't worth it.
The saying goes.
That wasn't worth it.
We'll say, yeah. That's what I feel like putting a sign on my lawn would do. You know, you'd be like, I got my sign. So pumped. Put it on my fucking lawn. And then you go and do it and you're like, Huh. That was it? All right.
You wait for somebody to drive by, honk at you, and be like, yeah.
Hopefully I get to involve somebody else in this sometime soon. Maybe I get to talk to someone about this soon.
Maybe it's awkward if your neighbor beside you puts another sign that's not your sign on their lawn. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fucking Johnsons are like this?
For sure,
Those
dude. How many
fucking
neighbors do you think just hate each other every election season?
Yeah, I would know for sure not to talk politics with them. When
Or
really should
even
be the
just-
opposite. Like we should
yeah.
learn from each other's views.
You
and
guys
shit
were
like that
friends
and
for a
build-
while, and it just has turned into a
Oh.
casual.
for like a month or two.
I'm like, yeah.
Then you guys pick up again around Thanksgiving.
Fuck.
God damn.
Yeah, after the signs get taken down, you're drinking a beer in your front lawn.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like, oh, that was a crap she was. And it's like, yeah, it was.
Yeah, they all suck.
Yeah.
They're all cucks.
Yeah, because everybody's gonna vote, and then it's like, oh, a month, 2 later, it's like, oh, this guy fucked up. This person, yeah, god damn it, why we do this?
Man, oh, dude, there's another thing. It's like all those people that are like, well, if you vote for this person, you're basically a fucking idiot. And it's like, these are the people that are telling you to go vote. But yet they're being like, go vote. But only for what I want you to vote for. Because
Yeah,
all the others are shit. And go vote, though, because the system's really good, even though all the other options are shit. But it works.
not really.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
These people, like, it's so flawed. It's such a flawed logic. It doesn't make sense.
no, not at all.
The only logic that makes sense is go vote for who you think is going to make it better. And that's it. And if you don't think any of them is going to make it better, we don't actually have an option for that.
right, there should be like, I know it sounds dumb. Saying
That
most
went
time,
around.
Like,
I saw something.
like other.
No, there was something that went around. It should be like, it was like an acronym for something, and I forget what it was, but it was like none of the options, I think, work. I'm butchering that, but
Yeah, I get that. I
and
get
that
what you
was
mean.
one of the options.
I mean, if I were to
Because
vote,
that's-
I would probably do that.
exactly, right? Because we'd like, let's switch them all up.
Switch them all up, or like again.
You can even do that in Scrabble, bro. Swap out the fucking tiles. Sure, it takes your turn. You have to sacrifice your turn, but you get brand new fucking letters.
Yeah, if you couldn't vote in the next election, but to have a new set of
Yeah.
people come in, I mean,
Fuck yeah. Actually, I don't know about that.
yeah, that would be a lot of fuckery there.
Why can't we just vote on stuff, too?
That was the thing I've always talked about. Like, let's vote on like ideas and
Like,
things. and,
example, lockdowns. I'm pretty sure if we were able to vote on that, it would have went, no thanks.
yeah, no,
Right? Like,
we're
let's
good.
face it.
But like, even voting on, you could do election versus like fucking whether
Election
taxes,
versus taxes.
Yeah, taxes versus fucking climate change or fucking
Okay,
look at
go on. I'm curious.
like just comparing ideas
reversing?
people talk about.
What do you mean?
Like,
Isn't that
people's talking points in election rather than have like parties and shit talk for them. Have like
just like have a general consensus.
Yeah, like okay, if we're all trying to fight climate change, let's just like combine our fucking
we talked
ideas.
about this last time. Do you remember where it worked on like a percentage basis? Like all the points are like weighed out and stuff. Remember
Yeah.
we talked about that?
Yeah, where I feel like for the most part, most parties are not saying they're the same by any means, but like they all want to accomplish somewhat same goals and change different things for the better. But like it's always like, all right, maybe we should do
Yeah.
this, maybe that. Not quite there, but do a
And
little,
a
little
lot
bit
of
of
the
this.
points that all of them make are stuff everyone agrees with. Like
Yeah.
like astrology, right? It's like they just try to fucking
Astrology. I mean, it's not real either, but yeah, I
you know what I mean though? Like it appeals to everyone. Like
Yeah.
everything will
No
just
matter who's
appeal to-
reading, it's like,
exactly,
oh.
exactly. So it's like, oh, climate change. You gonna argue with it? No. Abortion rules. You gonna argue with it? No.
Nope. Well,
Women's rights, you gonna argue
God
with it?
can't let you
Yeah.
have an abortion.
Yeah, it's like-
God can't.
Oh my god, people are so backwards, dude.
Yep. That's the times we live in. I'm still holding out like hope that in the future we're gonna look back on this, let's say fucking 5 years or so, and be like, we went through that shit and like fuck, now we're finally here or something. Like we were doing that dumb shit. Like same we were almost looking back on like some of the stuff in like we did in like the 80s or 70s, be like, we did it like that then? It's so much
Yeah.
easier to do like this now.
Dude,
Why
that's
we doing it the whole
everything.
time?
Everything in history has been like a mistake. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
until
Go through history. Go back through history.
Until everybody's finally like,
That's
oh,
everything.
okay.
Yeah, like that's everything. Well, everyone found out later that it was wrong. Like everything. There's not many things that you go back and be like, thank God they were right about that. Like,
Right?
it
They're right
doesn't
about
happen a
vaccines,
lot.
bro. Well, if we're getting real fucking politically charged this episode, man.
Hey, it's
Fucking
election
politically
night.
charged up.
It's election night, and none of us know what we're talking about. So,
It's everybody.
yeah. That's what I meant by none of us.
True. I thought it was between me and you. I'm like, no, most people are like
both of us.
That's still
Idiot.
That's still none of us. Both of us can be none of us at the same time.
Sam, I'm just gonna start calling you idiot.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing you call me.
Yeah.
But this guy's a fucking cock, though.
Fatty.
Oh, it's fucking fat joke.
Sam.
Oh, you struck a chord, bro.
Oh, Sam.
You know, we talked about fat people fighting the other episode.
That's true, you did.
But man, fucking.
Would you rather be called fatty or skinny?
Honestly, skinny.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Or thin.
Thinny?
Would you rather be skinny or thin? Not a name. I just mean like, would you rather be called skinny or thin?
Skinny.
Interesting.
So I think skinny is like almost like a nickname you give somebody.
Yeah, but nobody that cool is nicknamed skinny.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I would be the difference maker of it. Yo, Skinny J.
Skinny J? Way to make it worse.
Skinny J, what's good? Little Skinny?
J Skin?
That's your rapper name, Little Skinny?
Skinge? Just Skinge. I like that.
Scare knee.
You just be Skinge.
Skinny.
No,
Skinny, skinny, kin.
Sounds like skin knees.
Yeah. But anyways, as I was saying before,
What were you saying?
I was about to get into at work. There was these kind of sketchy like mom and daughter combo. Like just something was off a little bit. Like trying to with the receipts and shit. Like they were just doing some janky shit at work. And then we're all talking about how they're kind of like fucking weirdos and shit coming in. And then fast forward a few hours later, I'm leaving work, and I'm sitting in my car, and I get a knock on my passenger side window, and it's this mom and daughter combo, and they're like, "Oh, like our battery died. You mind giving us a jump?" Like they had the cords in their hand, so I was like, "Fine, I'll help you out." And like,
weird.
If I had like cables in the back, if they didn't have cables, I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm good, thanks." But I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll give these people a hand." It's like pop the trunk, try to fucking. They didn't know how to use the cables either.
Okay,
it's red on red, black on black. That's all you got to do.
Okay,
but trying to it's not starting. It's fucking trying to turn over, and it's not. Like, it's not even fucking close. Like, there's no power going at all. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is like a fairly new battery. I'm like, all right, sure. I look down. It says 1114. So the battery's from fucking 2014. Oh. It's like, oh, it's a fairly new battery, hey? Like, the whole time they're trying to, like, ramble and, like...
Yeah.
It's not somewhat coherent, but, like, again, like, there's something not quite...
Weird.
Not quite clicking there. I'm like, okay, like, all right, have a nice night, guys.
That was
like,
it?
And like, because like they thought they would keep me too long, but like I knew the battery's from fucking 2014. Like, you need a goddamn battery.
Yeah.
And like they didn't know they left their headlights on either. It's like, oh, like we don't know why the power was off. I'm like, I can see your lights are on.
Oh my god.
Just it's rough. I even like, oh, you guys can call like a towing company. They'll always help you out. Like CAA. Like, oh, I don't have CAA, but like you can still call them.
Yeah.
You can still call them. Get a new battery.
I mean, your car can't sit there, so you have to figure something out.
Yeah. And the daughter had a fucking like bowl cut that just screams like fucking her dad left like 10 years ago.
How old is it?
Sorry?
How old were they?
Like the mom was probably like mid 40s, late 40s. But I don't know, drugs make people look a little different and older. And the daughter,
drugs were involved, were they?
I hate assuming, but like,
yeah, I'm just fucking.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, their eyes were a little too glazed over.
Yeah. So
I was like, of course, ran into that. Like, me of all people, I'm parked like right beside them. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, nobody else in the park. How long were they there waiting for somebody to come out too? And there's me fucking coming out.
Yeah, like as if they picked you. Like, I just finished work. Fuck you.
Yeah. And like, I actually got up early. I was supposed to dinner like a half hour early. It wasn't that early, but I got up at 5:30. I'm like, all right, sweet. And I'm gonna go home. And it's like, oh,
right.
Stay with them for like 15 minutes. So if I just got home like the same time, would have been anyways. Like, God fucking damn it.
Get fucked.
Yeah. Oh. Gotta love it.
Oh, well.
Retail.
Good way to end the day at work.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is funny. Because I even said, I do a podcast. I'm going to talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
And then one girl's like, I watch these like murder documentary podcasts. I'm like,
okay, good night.
Yeah. Yeah, see you later. Oh, yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah, weird times. People just be knocking on windows and telling you who to vote for.
Well, knock on the door, telling them for.
Who are you voting for?
I got a text saying who are you voting for.
That's so weird, dude.
Like,
you should have sent him a dick pic.
Like, I probably should have. In hindsight.
Who are you voting for?
Nobody.
This
What's the fucking?
motherfucker.
Was it Mr. Brick or whatever? Like bigger that furniture store. Like, who has the best prices? Best prices? Nobody.
Bad boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just play that sound clip.
Dude. You should be like, bro, I voted. Text them back, be like, I voted so hard.
I voted so hard.
Bro, I voted
like,
so hard.
I voted on actually anti-abortion laws. I voted
I voted harder than you.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I voted harder than you.
I voted harder than you.
Bro, I voted the hardest.
Also, on the way,
I voted twice.
I fed free-range cattle on the way here, and also I stopped.
Shit.
I stopped at a food bank and donated to the food bank, and then I voted.
I bought gluten-free brownies from the farmer's market before I went and didn't vote for what I would have voted for the Green Party.
But no, I think actually because you vote for that means like
I didn't though. I said
But that party actually supports
Yo,
making
fuck that
non-things
party.
gluten free. So you support it. You didn't support your
I
party.
don't even know how this
actually.
started.
Politics.
No, how did this start?
Politics. This is what politics is.
No, what were we talking about?
We're doing an active demonstration of what politics is. It's just
What were we actually
nonsensical
talking
jargon yelling at each other.
What were we actually talking about?
Well, it's like
Because I voted harder than you.
yeah, exactly. That's what politics is. And that whole situation was just like, yes, I voted harder than you because
And also,
I'll prove it
bro,
in many ways.
Not only did I vote harder than you, but whoever you voted for
Is wrong.
fucking sucks. And they hate everyone. They hate humans. Dude,
Yeah.
whoever you voted for, if they're not who I voted for, they might as well go kill themselves
Oh, they might as well just
and do the world a favor.
just not exist anymore. Who gives
Dude,
a fuck about them
They know
and
to
their
me.
family?
They know to me.
Yeah, them and their family are just terrible people.
Oh, their family can burn in
they
hell.
should just be exiled.
Oh my god, they shouldn't have family. They're allowed to have family.
Why would they have family? They're fucking terrible people.
Dude, you're probably right.
Like he came out of the womb and was just like,
Fuck
this person's
these.
terrible.
Yeah, fuck these. You're pregnant? Get out.
Oh, he fucking shakes hands and kisses babies. He kisses babies. Fucking
Oh
weirdo.
my god, dude.
God damn, man. It's just politics. This is what politics is.
Election 2021.
Which is supposed to be 2020, but yeah.
It is?
Well, it was supposed to be last year, the election.
No.
Think so.
No.
I thought it was.
No. You're wrong. He called an early election, bro.
Because he couldn't have one during a pandemic. Because it's not declared a pandemic anymore.
We're still having one. Yes,
We
it is.
still are. We got undeclared something else. Like we're not in like state of emergency anymore.
Yeah,
or
we
some
are.
Shit. There was something changed where they
Of
could
the
actually
phase.
call
We're
one.
phase 3 now.
Yeah, because
more
you couldn't call an
fucking
early election
language they
last year
made up.
because we were in lockdown and shit. But because we're now having
No, I don't think that's the case. I
thought I remember seeing
I think
something
the
like
election
that.
was supposed to happen next year, 2022. And he called an early one because he's like, let's try and get a majority.
they're probably gonna get a minority,
Fuck yeah, they are.
which
Totally
is looking
backfired.
like. So we'll
Unless
see.
there's some trickery with the mail-in ballots, bro.
Well, the
They
mail-in
don't
ballots.
get finished counting till Tuesday.
Well, they don't get finished counting until Tuesday, but then also the People Party.
PPC?
The PPC is
Oh, like
pretty
if-
much like Donald Trump reincarnated as a Canadian. So if you vote them, you're pretty much anti-everything.
They're not, but you're joking. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Green Party only wants climate change, and other than that, it's just pure socialism.
Yeah. Oh no, this is how it works.
NDP
I
is
think you were
trendy young people.
You're kind of right, but this is how it actually works. There's Trudeau, and then there's Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
Kinda,
So,
because like that
and by the way,
guy is
if
like
you
he's like the
voted
fucking
for those people, you're an idiot. So,
yeah, you're like an actual idiot.
yeah, you are uneducated. Even though we went to the same schools.
Yeah,
That's the best part. They're telling people we're in like small town Coburg. It's
oh yeah.
people went
Growing
to
up, you
school-
were taught this is like
had the same teachers.
Yeah.
The same teachers.
Yep.
Who taught us the same flawed fucking grade 10 history or whatever it was. I like how we just went straight to war.
Oh man, you like the Civil War?
Like we just went right to war.
Yeah, back in like
Why didn't they tell us how it all started? Like how did the war like I don't remember anyways.
no one actually really needed to remember it at all.
That's fair.
Like how
Especially as kids. Like yeah, I'm just trying to go outside and smoke weed.
yeah, I don't want to be here. Like why
That's
am
the
I
one
learning about
class we
this
skipped
history?
a lot. Just
I remember playing some game in one of them.
Oh, diplomacy.
Yeah.
That game is dope.
With like Mr.
Mr. G.
Yeah, Mr. G. Yeah, I was actually beating me up, Scotty. That was my
I was the first
that's
one.
my nickname.
Scooter. And he made a big deal about it.
Or it was like, no, I think I was Chekhov. It was something from Star Trek.
Chekhov.
One of the two.
Chekhov, Sam.
Oh yeah, checking everything off.
Norm Macdonald died. Sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I let you watch a bit of his the other day.
He's got a lot of
how like
parts.
people on the news just like something you get invested in is like Carol that's missing. You like think about it all day is like what happened to Carol? Like, and it's like oh they're in the woods. So you never find anybody good. Like hey, I was just taking a stroll through the woods. We found her.
Hey, oh, she's right there. Don't worry.
If you're looking in the woods, usually things aren't going to.
Yeah, looking in the woods. Ooh, yeah, that's funny. And did you see the one where like that girl's in a movie with Carrot Top?
No.
No. Oh,
No,
that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny watching some of the comedians that I'd say too young, but it's like oh shit, we lost a good one.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
I was-
Canadian too.
Yeah.
So
I was about like Patrice O'Neill. He's fucking funny too.
Yeah.
Watching some of his old bits.
I've only seen a little bit, but
Yeah, and that's that clip of Chris Rock you showed me today.
mm-hmm.
Like it's literally what happened right now. It's like everything.
pretty wild.
Yeah,
It's crazy too because he's like the exact opposite. His stance on COVID is like the exact opposite. Just crazy.
I know he was like so like for it, not in a way. He was like crazy about it, man. Yeah,
Who knows, dude?
who knows?
That's how
Dude?
backwards everything is. People have just went. Not me,
Yeah.
dog.
Stay true,
Dog.
OG.
You know it. That's my fucking creed.
Your creed.
My creed. No, but actually, this is something I did want to talk to you about because I wanted your opinion on it. Because it's like I've been rattling my brain for like weeks about this kind of stuff.
Yep.
All the like stuff going on, having to make all these crazy decisions and shit. Who to vote for, get the vaccine, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, for art's sake, I've always been, we've talked about this before, I've always been the type of person that said, like, artists should be unbiased and stuff like that. You know, we shouldn't have, like, really strong bias when it comes to, like, creating the art. I'm not saying you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I do think it's in an artist's best interest to stay non-biased.
Because depending on how you look at it, it can kind of skew
100%.
your then future art.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes you need the world around it to influence your art, but it's that fine line of it being
Yeah.
like influence and actually fucking like
Especially today.
becoming it.
Especially today in the terms of how much influence people can have over people. And I don't know, I just feel like that's something I've always believed. Like for as long as I've been creating good, well, you know, at least since like high
Yeah.
school when I've been able to think like this.
Well, I've always thought I've been like a somewhat curious person. Like,
Sure.
yeah, curious is the wrong word, but just like kind of just
Yeah.
question everything and just kind of
Yeah.
not always be fully decided
Sure.
on something yet.
Yeah.
And
I
just
think that's kind of along the same lines.
pondering.
too.
I'm getting more and more like I feel like more
It's like
introspective.
it's more of like a willingness to like see both sides really, and I do think for artists again it's in their best interest to do that kind of thing. And for me personally, being that's something that's I've always done and lived by. I don't know, lately I feel like if I was to go against that, it could be super detrimental to my work. I sound like an asshole saying that, but you know,
No,
it's
like, there's a line of having like too much empathy as well. I feel like
like I don't want to create stuff and
And
then in 5
everybody's-
years be like that isn't me. You know, I don't want to be like that's bullshit
yeah, he did some fucking
because it
campaign for this political party or something
me.
or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like it wasn't me.
Yeah, it's like not like an art's sake. It's more like you call it more like selling out. But if you apply it to like real life, it's not like you're selling out. It's just like
Yeah. Well, because art. Like, I don't think like as an artist, it's weird. I hate saying that once again, but I
as
mean,
an artiste.
yeah, it's
a content creator.
It's never been about like the financial gains. You know, that's
Yeah.
kind of always just been like a hopes that comes with because everything that like we always create is kind of just for our own self validation. You know, we all just want to be like proud of it
And I
You
think in some ways
and hope people connect with it.
it's weird how people like pick and choose between like what, like for example, terrible example, like Michael Jackson. You know, he's known for like diddling kids and shit, but like
Yeah.
people still listen to fucking that Thriller album.
Oh yeah.
People listen to all this shit. Then much as people chirp on like R. Kelly, everybody jams Ignition remix.
Yeah.
Like I think you can still
music's pretty special,
separate what
too.
people are trying to talk about from the actual like person. I guess you could say voting night party as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You can differentiate what they're actually trying to talk about.
Definitely.
And you can be on either side of it.
And that's
like,
the power.
None
of
them.
Like you wouldn't be able to do that with other stuff.
Yeah, there's 3 ways to tackle anything: like being on either side or being on none of the sides.
Right.
But so I feel like some people there's only 2 things: you can either yes or no. But sometimes it's
Which
like
is flawed, right?
maybe.
Yeah.
Right. But maybe we're digressing too much.
No, it's fine. I mean, again, I do think it's important to be genuine, and I think the second, again, I've been really struggling with this. Do I want to do something disingenuine for financial gain? And like, obviously, the answer is no. You know,
no,
and it should be. At least for me, I think that answer should be no.
In some way, I feel like that's why I've like not like back when I was looking for a job like years ago, looking for a job in high school, or whatever. Like I didn't just want to work for like anything. I kind of a bit more picky. Like I said, I took my own personal well-being and everything else, stuff like that.
That's right.
As opposed to just taking the job as for taking the job.
Yep.
And that kind
I'm
of
the same.
That kind of comparison.
Yeah.
Like,
I wanted to get jobs that I knew I would like.
Yeah. It's like no matter what job you go to,
and I got them.
Yeah, no matter what job you go, there's always gonna be shitty things you have to do, or sometimes like, oh fuck, I don't want to be here today or whatever. But like, if that's every fucking shift, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
like you have some good days at whatever job.
Yeah,
you
could
do.
Bring it back to that too. You're not gonna love your job if you,
right.
Yeah, and going back is I do want to keep creating good art. I don't want to take those steps backwards.
Which I feel like you haven't.
I definitely haven't.
And like I feel like people watching your stuff can't really find a certain like
a
bias or like an agenda you're trying to hit as, and just like he just likes to work with anybody and just wants to make art instead of
I really have never, like you said before, if someone's creating something really good and it catches my eye, like on Instagram, I just hit follow. I'm not like, hold on, let me check where they stand with this issue, and like, it's not what art is. And I don't think people will do that with mine. They'll see it and be like, I like it or don't like it. So.
Yeah, I feel like that's not a right or wrong way to be either. Yeah. Like you can like somebody's stuff and be like, oh, maybe I don't like them as a person, but I like their art. Like, or maybe I don't like this one thing about it, but I don't have to be fucking fuck this person. Like, it's still something. I don't know, man. This time, place,
Sam's
right
rambling.
now.
Sam's rambling.
We're all rambling on. We're rambling on this fucking life.
Yeah, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. But
yeah, because it has been one big fucking carhoodle.
Carhoodle?
Yeah, I made the word up right now. Carhoodle.
You made a word up?
I made a word up. Carhoodle.
Can you give it a definition too?
Just a fucking
carhoodle.
Just a fucking smorgasbord and fuckery of shit.
T or a D?
Both.
Whoa.
Carhoodle.
Oh, I like that. It's like Czechoslovakian or something.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Still? Czech Republic? I don't know.
You said Czechoslovakia.
It is. Hey, well, you know what?
You should check the comment button.
What's the word?
Carhoodle?
Carhoodle. I mean, even if Czechoslovakian isn't a thing still, Carhoodle's a Czechoslovakian term.
Sebastian Carhoodle.
It's Polish, actually.
Yeah. Fucking... Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up here.
Yeah, this Carhoodle is about done here.
Live.
Go like and subscribe. Should say at the start of the episode.
Hopefully your party won, because
although there's
right.
There's 5 parties, so you have that percent of chance.
It doesn't matter. The other ones suck.
Fine. Good night.
Let's fade out.
Good luck to your parties.
Yeah.
And if not,
have a party.
Have a nice night.
Pop up that logo.
Go vote.
Ting. Go buy your smile cookies.